you for choosing to tune into Hangover, guys. Welcome to the show where the truth hits harder than a drink. I am your host. My name is Shai. And let us please welcome royalty to the show. Not just an artist. I mean, yeah, we have wonderful artists all the time, week after week. But today, royalty. Two doors level. Like, what was with Wisconsin? No. What is Queen Elizabeth? Anyway, please welcome Dia Maté.
Hi everyone! Thank you so much for having me.
That was a stupid way to introduce you. I did not give you justice. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Windsor. That's what I was thinking of. The
Yes.
Windsors, the Tudors, the Windsors, and etc. etc. You are royalty because you just happen to be
Reina Hispano-Americana 2025.
literally nasa iyo na ang corona.
Yes.
Congratulations for
Thank
that,
you
by
so
the way. But
much.
even bigger congratulations for being here at the Hangover.
Ay, thank you.
That is the bigger privilege, actually.
An
of-
achievement.
Exactly. Of all your accomplishments in life, this is for the books. This is your milestone, and I'm so happy to be able to give that to you.
Thank you.
Kakainis, guys. Nainis ako pa sa sarili ko. I'm sorry. But yeah, genuinely, we're so grateful you're here. And of course, we want to ask you about your journey as a pageantaria. Is that what you call it?
Pageantera.
Pageantera, ayan. Before we get
Yes.
to you being an artist, which I'm just so amazed because I've stalked your Instagram before, and alam ko, you do a lot of things, including surfing. You do a lot of philanthropy.
Yes.
And then now you're in pageants, and you're also an artist. So like, okay, sige. Ito muna. What can't you do?
What can't I do?
Yes.
I cannot play football.
Oh, but you want to, I'm guessing.
No, I love sports, but
Oh,
my feet cannot kick a ball properly.
What about basketball or
Kaya pa. Kaya pa ng konti.
pickleball? Pickleball?
You know, I've never tried. Maybe pickleball because I've never tried it.
Okay, there
Ayun,
you go.
that's what I cannot do.
Okay, at least now we
Pickleball,
know.
'cause
I
I've
mean,
never
you
tried.
don't know yet. But
Yeah.
for sure, si football, hindi talaga.
No, don't put me on the field. Mawawala
Gotcha.
yung bola.
You'd rather just cheer at the sidelines.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, so now we know. She can't do it all. She's nearly perfect. Nearly perfect. As we all are. We are all just nearly perfect. May mga flaws in here and there. But yeah, I want to ask now about your, you being in the pageantry. Naging magkasundo ba kayo ng lahat ng girls, or may drama ba na nagaganap, considering that you're all, technically magkakalaban kayo?
Well, I mean, I think that's the biggest misconception about pageants. It's puro drama. Kasi lahat
Bummer,
babae and
no
everything.
drama?
Wala!
Wholesome lahat?
Honestly, ako naman, I'm the type of person that strays away from the drama. Especially when it comes to competition. I like to put myself in like positive energy. Kasi kapag nasa drama area ka and then yung negative yung energy mo, baka matatalo ka. It's really like that. Like, you have to be in a positive energy and be with the good people in the
You gotta be a girl's
pageant.
girl.
You have to be a girl's girl.
Yeah.
So, my best friend was Miss Bolivia. She was my
Ah,
roommate and she was so nice to me. Like, she would translate everything for me. Because
Oh,
then
that's
again,
nice.
that pageant is all in Spanish.
Alam mo, doon ako
Yeah.
na-frustrate for the Philippines, honest to goodness. Because, di ba, like, we're one of the many countries that were colonized by Spain.
Yes, legit.
And yet, here we are. But
Yes.
anyway, we've got our own thing going on. And we're happy for that. We're proud of what we are.
Yes.
Pero, I'm glad you had Miss Bolivia, right?
Yes, Miss Bolivia.
There you go. All right. So, walang drama. I have a friend. She loves to stir the pot. Pero, lagi siyang nasa safe zone. Parang,
Talaga?
Para bang, alam mo si Ma'am Mate, like, alam ko may something daw siya. Totoo yun, narinig ko. Yung may ganun siya.
Girl, may mga serious din dun. But
Pero
the thing
alam mo, she's always on the safe side. I don't know how she does it. She's always on the safe side. She's the ultimate survivor, I would say.
gets
Weird. But
how are you a steerer and on the good side of everybody? Parang mali. Parang doesn't
parang I
make
think
sense.
she just wants to have a bowl of popcorn all the time.
Baka
Parang ganun lang.
she's just watching everyone.
Yes, oo.
Be
Like,
themselves, ganon.
break up and get mad at each other or something.
Yes.
Watching the world burn.
Hala, hindi ako ganon.
I'm glad you're not like that.
Yes.
And I'm glad a lot of you, all of you girls during the competition were not like that. So yes, be a girl's girl. All right.
Exactly.
Now, I want to talk about you and your song, Ikaw ang Pinili Ko. So, it's dedicated to your longtime boyfriend, si Jengy naman.
Yeah.
Pag talaga kinikilig ako, nagkaka-ratio siya bigla. I I'm killing for other people and their love life.
Yes.
You know, he was actually here a couple of months back.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah,
I
and
heard.
we had the interview. I'm not even kidding. It felt like 2 hours. Oh, it wasn't obviously, but it felt like it was 2 hours only because he had so much to say, and we even had to cut the interview short. So how many hours do you think our interview would be?
I'm a yapper.
You're
So
a yapper.
it's gonna feel like 2 hours also.
So that's why you guys are just so bagay.
Yes, of
compatible.
course.
You're a yapper, so am I.
Exactly.
Love that. Well, so is it true though that it is about the both of you, about him?
Well, I wanted to write a fun pop song, something that was about love especially. And I guess I had the perfect inspiration in my boyfriend and in my relationship. So I wrote about how, I choose him over anyone else because, he also chose me and he really takes care of me and he's such a good boyfriend. And I wanted to write and dedicate a song to him talaga. So, ayan.
Naway lahat. May this love find me. May this kind of love find me and find all of you guys. Wow. Good for you. Happy for you. Happy for your very good and healthy relationship.
Thank you.
Naway lahat. All right. So before we get to the more serious part of the interview,
Yes.
let me just remind everyone that this is a free video to share. So baka naman you could share this to your walls, to your pages, to your channels, to your ex-boyfriends. I don't know, your enemies. Just
Hala, enemies
share.
pa?
Diba, like, make friends again. Hey, why don't we watch this video
Yeah.
together? Parang
Yeah, exactly.
Diba? Like, hey, let's make peace and let's watch this video together or something like that. Anyway, all right, so here at The Hangover, I don't know if you were briefed about this, but we have 3 levels of intensity with the questions. The
I
first
heard.
Diba? So here's the tea
Ready
about
na
it.
ako.
The first one is, you drive me nuts kasi nga manilang to sa'yo.
Oo.
The second one is our teacher wrong or teacher right. Teacher wrong or right, basically, it's a second level where you have to answer, clear out the stories about you. And the last one is our spicy, sizzling gossip. And that one is just, it's circulating issues that may or may not be shocking for you. But again, we're going to be clearing out the air later on.
Okay. Go.
Madilim na sa'yo.
Kaya ko yan.
Kaya mo
Beauty queen
yan.
ako.
Yes,
I'm very
mismo.
trained.
I'm sure sa last question, the most controversial one, you're probably gonna say, thank you for the wonderful question.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna answer it like a pageant question, girl. Kapag controversial, pageant question na yan.
Love you for that. Okay. This one, di ba to controversial? Madali lang to sa'yo. Kasi nga, it's the You Drive Me Nuts, basic, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You've also written and produced your own songs. And in 2020, you participated in the Pop Stage, an online talent show. And your song, 2 a.m. was produced specifically for the finals of that show. But unfortunately, well, it wasn't your time. You didn't secure the championship. If ever you got the chance to turn back time, would you have made a different song?
You know what? I was so proud of myself with that song because it was the first song that I really produced by myself. Garage band days pa yan, not even like
Love that!
Logic Pro. Like, it was pandemic. I did it myself. I recorded it at home. I mixed it myself. If you listen back to, oh my gosh, yung sound ngayon, the mix is like, it's so bad. But at the time, I was so impressed by myself because I did everything myself and I had no help. So I really wouldn't turn back the time because it really made me who I am as an artist, and it helped me parang find the music that I wanted to make. And at the time, I was still in my explorative phase and everything. And I guess I'm really happy that I joined the Pop Stage and I did that because that's how I got signed to my former label, and that's really how I got my foot into the music industry.
But was it the same time that you felt like you discovered your love for music, or was it before or even after pa?
I've loved music ever since.
Okay.
I grew up singing. I've always took videos of myself and I always pretended like I was vlogging. I was always dancing and singing in front of my family, in front of the camera. And I took voice lessons really early on, piano lessons since I was 6. And I've been writing my songs ever since. So it's been a big part of my life.
I'm sorry, so you could also play an instrument?
Yes,
How
I
dare
can play
you?
3.
Not just 1, but 3, okay. What are the instruments?
Piano was my first, and then guitar, and then ukulele.
Kakainis. Perfect. Nga, close, super much closer to perfection. This beautiful lady in front of us, guys.
I can't play the violin. Yun yung talagang mahirap.
Yes. Alam mo, I can. Wow. And also, this is not a competition, Shai.
No, it's
Stop
not.
it. Stop. Just do the interview. Okay. But all right. So you've been exposed to music even before.
Yes.
And well, we are glad that whether you want or not, you were able to pursue that because
Yes.
here you are now.
That's why I'm here. Because I went through all of that to, be
For
who I am
this
now.
moment.
Exactly.
For this moment, culminating, guys.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we've also researched that you were a victim of bullying before, and I really hate that a lot of our artists went through that. I mean, there are many times when we would interview, we do dabble on this a little bit.
Yep.
And now you're a a mental health advocate. That's right. So you visited an orphanage and rehabilitation center for abandoned infants and abused teenage girls. How did you shape your advocacy? And did your music ever become an avenue to help?
So, going back to the bullying, I was bullied when I was in grade 4. I lived in the States with my parents for a bit. And it was my first time being in a co-ed school and being with Americans. And they really shamed me for being the only Pinoy.
Sabi na nga
The
ba
only
eh.
Asian.
The one that's different,
Yeah, the one that's
basically.
different. They're
Yeah.
like, what is that accent? What even is the Philippines? And kids are mean, okay? And they made fun of how I looked, the way I talked, because I still had like a Filipino accent, which isn't even, like, our accents are cool, diba?
It's
We're
fine.
Pinoy, and it's fine. And
They're
then
just so used to the twang.
they're I know the twang, of the American accent, and they were just so used to it. So they really, they really put me down as a kid, and it really gave me thick skin. And I also experienced bullying when I came home. Like, I went to an all-girls school also, so I experienced the tween rage of girls also back then, because I wasn't always this thin. Like, I used to be bigger, I was a lot darker, I wasn't confident in who I was and what my skin color was, and talagang I had so much more weight on me, and I was a bit weirder. I had that judgment face. So no,
As we all did.
As we all do,
Yeah.
diba? Like, are you even normal if you didn't have a judgment face?
Diba?
Diba? So it really put me into of course, the mental health. Ayun, that's where it comes in, the mental health. I'm someone who has experienced depression and anxiety, and it really did affect a huge part of my life because it was just there looming in the background. Ganun yung mga mental health, diba? And music was really the one thing that kept me grounded. And I always tell people this, like, music isn't just an entertainment tool, but it's also a therapeutic tool. Kasi diba, when you find a song that you really, really like, and it really relates to the situation you're in. For example, you had a breakup, and you kind of hold that song to your heart, and it really helps you get through your breakup and helps you get through the bad times because you can really relate to what this artist is saying. And that's what I want to do with my music, is making music that people can take and make it their own, and they can resonate with, so that they can feel better, mentally be better. And that's also where Cribs came in. Because I've always done advocacy work ever since I was a kid. I've been to Cribs since I was like 7 years old. We've gone every year, and then most recently I've been teaching them music.
Oh, that's
Yes,
nice.
because the girls there, they are victims of sexual abuse. And they're really traumatized.
This is a bad reality, but it is
It's
part of the reality.
really part of it, and they're ages 7 to 17, so they're very young, and they're also teenagers, and they stay there for around 2 to 3 years. They're really rehab talaga, no phones, nothing. They take school there, they do classes there, and that's why volunteers go there to teach them. And I really wanted to give them the gift of music and teach them how to write songs, how to play the piano, how to play guitar, and voice lessons, so that they would have their own outlet as well.
I'm curious about volunteers. Can anyone else volunteer? Not saying that I want, but I don't know.
Maybe one day.
But yeah, are other people welcome to volunteer, or is there some sort of screening? I mean, if only you want to invite people or something.
Yeah, I mean, well, with Cribs, they're very open to volunteers and anyone who wants to help, teach them classes like football, basketball, like even sports, yoga, wellness, painting, art. They love having volunteers, but there's always a screening. So you talk to their resident psychiatrist first.
Okay.
Make sure that you know about what they've gone through, what to not say to them, what you can say to them, and how to talk to them and treat them.
I ask because it's also nice to know that there is indeed a screening process, because as much as we want to care for everyone, we might not truly have that capacity. You know?
Exactly. And you have to also mentally yourself be okay before you can help anyone else.
And you don't know, you just might cause more damage without even intending
exactly.
to.
You have to make sure that you even like see your own psychiatrist and stuff to make sure that you don't trauma dump on these kids.
So I guess in your part, when you started to volunteer, you were in a much better place.
I was.
Which was what year, more or less, would you say?
Around 2021 na to.
Okay.
2022. I make it a point to, if I need to see someone professionally to talk to and everything, to make sure to take care of my mental health, because taking care of your mental health is as much important as your physical health. You still need to see a doctor for your brain.
Follow
if
up
needed.
on that. What do you feel about people saying na this will pass, I can deal with this, I don't need to see anyone professionally? I do think I have a problem, but I don't think I need to see someone professionally. What do you say about that?
I think it really depends on the person. Because some people, you can't force people to get help. You can't force people that don't want to be helped. If they feel like internally they can really take care of it themselves, then you should just believe them and let them do it. I feel like the only time you should intervene is when they themselves are a danger to themselves. That's the only time. But if they're, working day to day and they seem fine and they really said, just trust me, like, I can take care of it, then trust them muna. Or maybe you can be there as a friend, like, talk to them, sit down with them. Check on them from time to time, because you also don't want to force people into that. Because not everyone's going to be comfortable opening up to a literal complete stranger who's a doctor and like tell them all of their traumas. Not everyone's comfortable.
All right. Well, this became really heavy.
I know
quick,
it's heavy, but
it's quite an interesting topic, and I could really tell how passionate you are about this mental health, and of course taking care of the welfare of young children, young women specifically, who's been through so much. And you're very gracious to also be able to share about your stories about it as well. Moving on, your journey to winning the crown and releasing music was not easy because of your medical condition. You were diagnosed with lupus, if I'm not mistaken.
Lupus.
So for those who don't know what lupus is, it's an autoimmune.
It's an autoimmune disease. So your white blood cells, to make it easier to understand, they're attacking all your healthy blood cells. So for example, you have a trigger and then your white blood cells just attack your own body. So for example, Selena Gomez, she has lupus. So she had to get a kidney transplant because her body was attacking herself. And up until she had kidney failure. So lupus is not curable. It's just something that you have to maintain and to deal with your whole life. Yeah.
So with that, did you not think of, you know what, I should just step out of the limelight, the spotlight, and just probably focus on my physical health? Did that ever occur to you?
No.
Well, end of conversation. Moving on. Next question.
But I guess with me, kasi I'm the type of person that really wants to work hard, and I do want to be in the limelight. I do want to do all these things, be a musician, perform, maybe be in TV and movie, and really participate in art. In the world of art, diba? Because it's something that I really love.
And you're quite passionate about it.
Exactly. And I didn't want my lupus to stop me because I'm also very young, and I'd like to think that I take care of myself, see my doctor regularly, take the meds I need to take, and avoid the triggers, which are really stress and sunlight.
Can you avoid stress?
Girl, I can't. No, it's more about, managing stress, diba? Kasi minsan, you really can't escape it, especially once you're an adult na girl. Tapos you're living alone na girl.
Yes, left and right, diba?
Left and right by stress talaga. So you really can't escape the feeling of stress. It's more about managing it. And with lupus, I never wanted to let it define who I was. Kasi in the beginning, like, I never told people about it.
Oh, wow.
Because it's an invisible disease. So even when I'm in pain and I tell people I'm in pain, they could also be like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you actually?
But okay ka naman,
diba? But it's really, there are times na parang my whole body's in pain, but I'm just so good at hiding it because I'm so good at masking the pain. I didn't want people to be naawa with me. I didn't want them to pity me and be like, oh, she has lupus. We really have to no, we can't let her do this. We can't let her do this. Because I'm the type of person that's game for everything. I will do a free fall for your show if I have to. Like, I hate heights, but I will do it.
Sa tama-tama, meron po tayo dito bungee.
Hala!
For the bungee jumping po, challenge po dito sa Hangover.
Hala, if you pay me, kung may TF po,
mababa pala yung roof namin. Sorry, ceiling namin. Sorry.
But,
di ba na-install, guys? Wala
ba?
Wala pa. Buti na lang. Next artist.
But yeah, I just am the type talaga, I want to try new things, experience new things, and I don't want to let this stop me and limit me from doing what I want to do.
I love that. And that also goes for so many other people. Everyone watching, your disease or whatever you're going through is not something that defines you and should not stop
Tama,
you.
tama.
And I think yung pang beauty queen na ba yung sagot ko doon?
Super beauty
Oh my
queen,
gosh, guys,
girl!
madala ako.
I love
qualified.
it. Qualified nag-sis. I love it.
And with that, we wrap up our first set, which is again the You Drive Me Nuts. Napakadali lang.
Ang dali, girl.
Diba? Easy peasy. So moving on to our Chicharong or Right.
Oh my gosh, wrong or right.
Wrong or right? Is
I
this
love
wrong
it.
or right? People have mentioned that you, being a nepo baby from a huge political clan in Cavite, allow you to pursue whatever you want because you can afford it. Sure enough, we all know. Yeah, I mean, there is a sense of privilege, like
Yeah.
diba? In a sense, obviously. Is it true though that this privilege is what gave you the success that you're experiencing now?
No.
Chicharong or right?
Chicharong.
Chicharong, guys.
And I say this because yes, I acknowledge the privilege that I have. I have a very supportive family, loving family that give me the freedom and help, really support me. I have the freedom to try whatever I want, do whatever I want, and still be supported by my family. But the thing is, it doesn't equal success. Though you may have privilege, if you do not have the drive, the motivation, or the grit, or wanting to be hardworking, you're not gonna get where you wanna be. I can attest na, I'm in a field that is so far from what my family is doing. Even my parents aren't in politics, right? And honestly, they don't have connections in the music industry. Wala talaga. Like, they also were against it. Like, my whole family was like, it's the typical route na parang study really well, get into college abroad or get into college here and then study and then work, make your business, and then once you're successful and you have your own money, then you can do music, then you can explore your passions. But ako naman, rebel ako. In the sense that I really wanted to do music and I wanted to do pageants, and I was willing to do it the hard way. I was really willing to work hard on my craft, the voice lessons, the dance lessons, like really make so many demos, impress my then label, really go through all of the hardships of being a small musician. And even in the beauty queen industry, like my first national pageant that I joined, I didn't even place.
Oh, okay.
And it was like 4 months of like sweat and tears, and I didn't get the outcome I thought I was gonna get. And then I joined another pageant, and then I was crowned with my title, my Reina Filipinas title nationally, and then I was crowned internationally. So for me, yes, there's privilege. I acknowledge my privilege, but I really worked hard to
It's not
where
just
I am.
that.
It's not just that.
We had an artist na Nepo baby daw. I mean, she admits
Quote,
Nepo
unquote.
baby,
Yeah.
quote unquote, diba? Jada, yun. Sabi niya, I'm just working on the cards I was dealt with. I mean,
That's
totoo
true.
naman eh. Like,
Totoo
hindi
naman.
mo kasalanan na
Yeah.
you worked hard. You just so happen to have
The family.
blah, 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 blah.
And I guess I didn't choose my family, right?
Exactly.
I grew up with them, but they really instilled great values with me, like with my family, and I guess, the political thing and everything. They said, never use our name unless you worked for it.
I love that.
They really taught me growing up, you can never use that to an advantage. You do not use that unless you've worked hard and you earned it.
I mean, girl, if
Yeah.
they didn't tell me that you were a family with whoever, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, because I actually don't use it. I don't use
Yes.
the name, and I don't talk about it because it's so far from what I do also.
And we will stop talking about it.
Yeah.
There we
Exactly. And I wanted to make a
Dia
name.
Maté, everyone.
Yes.
Her own person who works so hard for what she
Yes.
has right now. There you go. All right. Now, this time, this next set was stolen from people who talk about you in Reddit.
Oh my god.
And the Reddit people have so much to say sometimes.
Reddit is Reddit. I'm ready. Go.
Okay. So, first they say that 1, you're not relatable. 2, you're an awkward dancer that even your confidence can't cover. These are obviously really stolen from Reddit. Guys, grabe din yung man lang inayos na parang
Grabe yung mga
nahahurt
Redditors.
Nahahurt ako sa terms. 3, you're too private. To an extent, does this hold true to you or not? Ay, kami na pala yun. To an extent, does this hold true to you or not?
Okay. I guess for me, whatever people say, I actually don't check. I don't listen to it. It's my first time hearing that.
Okay.
But it's good constructive criticism in the sense na with the awkward dancing, yes, I am not an actual dancer.
Oh, guys.
I have to be honest. It's funny. It's true because I grew up dancing and then I stopped for a long time. Even with my pageant, my pasarela, it was so bad. Like my first time I did lessons,
Like
it was. I admit I was the worst walker. Like I could not walk to save my life, but I worked so hard until now I can really walk. And it's the same goes with dancing. Like it really is in the beginning, and people are seeing the first stages of my dancing. When I made Ganda Gandahan, my dancing wasn't at par to compared to what it is now. Like my dancing is so much better now. Like if people saw my dancing and my performing, it's completely different than what it was last year. So
give a number. So rate your dancing then and then now.
it was a 4 last year.
It was a 4 last year.
Now it's a 7. It's like a 6 to 7 for someone w's learning.
Very much improved.
It's
much
improved.
Okay.
And then what's the next point?
You're not relatable.
I'm not relatable.
Yeah.
Well,
should she be?
Should I be?
Should everyone that you meet, should every personality be relatable, guys?
I have to be honest. Like, okay, they may say I'm not relatable, but here's the thing. Ako naman, I'm who I am. I'm trying my best to connect with my audience and as much as possible be someone they can look up to and be a good person and be a good artist. And okay, may not be relatable to some people. That's fine.
What does it even mean, though?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what relatable are they asking
I don't know what
for?
relatable they're asking for. Are they? It's relatable kasi is such a broad term. It's such a broad term. You can be relatable in this one aspect but not be relatable in another aspect. Because for example, with my lupus, this is very relatable.
You're so not relatable.
I'm not relatable. Yeah.
Kasi wala akong lupus.
Diba? Like with, I guess I'm representing the people with autoimmune diseases.
Yes,
That's relatable. Someone who went through bullying, that's relatable. Someone who cannot dance, that's relatable. Diba?
I relate to you so hard.
So it's like, but I understand because of course being a public figure and having to do fan service, you have to a point cater to your audience. And as much as possible, I'm doing my best to cater to my audience to be the best artist I can be so that people will enjoy my music and will enjoy the things that I make. Ayan.
Login ako sa Reddit. Wait. Sino bang relatable sa inyo?
Hindi ko alam.
Let me ask the question. Sino relatable sa inyo? Number 2, what is relatable for you?
Because it really depends. Like, what do you, I mean, when it comes to relatability, it depends where you are in your life. You cannot relate to everyone.
I can't relate to Jennifer Aniston.
Can I relate to Angelina Jolie? No.
Right?
No.
But you have the same girl. No, you can't relate to her, girl. No. Stop it. Tingin nga sa camera. It's parang smiles. Guys. Diba? Sinasabi ko eh.
Maarte na ako
But
dito.
yeah, okay. The third one. You're too private.
Girl.
Yes, and I like to keep it that way.
Honestly, when it comes to my relationships, yes.
Oh, there you go.
Because I mean, me and JK became public last year. Lang. So the thing is, but the thing is, kasi when it comes to me, I'm private in certain aspects of my life. For example, family. I don't talk about my family because it's a complete separate part of my life that I want to protect them, especially the ones who aren't in the public eye, like my parents, my brother. I don't post them. I don't post anything about my family because I want to keep them safe. That's why you have to keep certain things private. Even my friendships, my friends that don't want to be in the limelight, I also protect them. I don't post them. Mga ganon,
That's
diba?
very respectful.
And then my love life din, because you know how messy it can get with public relationships. The more you share about your relationship, the more people feast on it, the more they want to get involved and feel like they are involved. Exactly. So it's nice to share your relationship once in a while. I do. Like I post JK once in a while, but not always because I don't want to give the public the intimate things that we share.
I remember he's been in the limelight like last week or something. So siguro ang daming nagtatanong sa'yo, ang daming nangungulit sa'yo for answers as if it's your kwento to share.
It's not my kwento to share. Like whatever happened there, I'm not talking. Like bahala na kayo. You ask the person that was there. You ask the people that were there.
How fun would it be to just say, I don't know, ask him?
No, No, I do that. I'm like,
yeah?
ask him. Siya na bahala. This is his
That's
kwento
his
to
kwento.
talk about. This is not me. Like, okay, I'm the girlfriend, but I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm not gonna get
his
involved.
spokesperson,
Exactly.
guys.
He's his own person.
Okay,
Ganon.
okay. Love that, love that.
Yes.
Okay na. Oh, guys, Redditors, ano na? Nasagot na ba? Oh, this... You're too private. Oh, do you want to pry? Why do you want to pry? But genuinely, there really are just some crazy things people would say to basically just want to know more about you. I think the bottom line here is they just truly want to know so much more about you, but siguro without the boundaries na. They don't really care much about the boundaries that you set for yourself. And they don't like that.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, once you're a public figure, everyone
Yeah.
wants to know everything about you.
Flattering, sure, but also you
To
would
an extent.
Yes,
to an extent.
And there you go. Second level was nothing for you.
That was easy.
Diba?
Yeah.
Oh, and I love the little level of sass, but being so firm with your answers as well.
Yeah, because I'm a very open person, very direct.
But apparently not open enough, girl.
I know. Bayan.
Siguro maganda ka mag-AMA ka sa Reddit. Alam mo yun, ask me anything.
Baka,
diba?
na ako lang, posting
guys,
as myself.
Sige na, this is your chance.
Ask me anything na go.
Oo. Or do it in the comment section right now. And akong bahala sa inyo, guys. If you have something to ask, comment away. I'll try to deliver the message. Okay, moving on to our last segment. This is our spicy, sizzling gossip. Again, the spiciest level yet.
I
Here we
love
expect
this.
the stripped down, unfiltered version of you. And of course, this is about the circulating issues that we've dug up. It may be shocking. It may be untrue.
Let's see.
We will find out.
See.
So, you once said, all you see on the feed is us looking our best. But remember, we have editing apps, guys. Do you
Where did I say this? I
do
forgot
you
where I
feel the
said this.
pressure to edit your photos even if it might enforce unrealistic beauty standards?
Yeah, I'm gonna be super honest. You know when I have a photo and it's not touched, like it's a raw photo, I clean it up.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if my makeup, if there's a smudge on my face, I'm gonna fix it. If there's a lipstick on my tooth, I'm gonna take that out.
Yeah.
Like if my eye bags look extra dark, I'm gonna take that out. Because of course there are some photos where I wanna show my best self.
Yeah.
But there are also gonna be unfiltered photos where I post like a funny photo or like a cute photo na wala talagang makeup. Like it really depends on the context of the picture that I'm gonna
Yes,
post.
yes.
I mean, why would you post like a glam headshot na hindi
Yeah.
touched up? No, of course not, diba? And I guess it's true. Everyone does go through the pressure of wanting to edit their photos, making sure they look their best and everything. It's a normal part of society, especially nowadays. But what's sad about it is that we feel pressure to do so, to have to edit it sometimes and everything. Because why do we have to do that? But it's normal.
So you do touch-ups?
Of course. Like, it's not about... I don't touch my body, though.
Yeah,
No. Because I don't want to put the wrong idea to people that I am editing my body. Kasi...
Yung nag-warp na yung likod?
Oo, hindi. Oh my God, na-warp ng, diba, yung wall. Hindi ganon, girl. Kasi I also hate it when, like, editors really, really edit it na parang...
That's too much.
Wait, this is not my
That's
this is
not
my
you
face
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
my body. Or if my skin is whitened too much, like, hoy, I'm not that white. I am not white, right? So it's like, to an extent, yes, let's touch up to the point where it still looks natural. It still looks like you. That's fine. But to the point where you're editing your waist to make it really, really small, or you're fixing things, it's something that I don't prefer because I want to show people the most natural me as possible.
The most authentic you.
Most authentic me as possible. Because it's also unrealistic to be always posting stuff. Then you see me in person, iba-iba yung
Iba pala,
itsura.
oh. Ano yung joke, yung kapag missing person ka, tapos ang layo mo pala sa toong buhay. Yung wag naman yung ganong extent, guys.
Diba?
Oo.
Yeah, it's okay to edit your photos, like whatever makes you feel your best. But at the same time, you should know that you don't have to.
It's the internet also, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be there forever.
That's true. Digital footprint. Like if you're posting bad photos of yourself, it's gonna haunt you eventually.
I love our wavelength talaga. I just said digital footprint early. Anyway, kanina earlier KY, moving on. Na-curious rin ako tuloy. Like, as someone who's joined pageants, do you think that they contribute to harmful ideals about beauty and even height? Diba? Because everyone aspires to be, I want to be 10 feet tall or something like that.
Oh my gosh, pageant question to
Diba?
They literally asked this question.
Oh yeah, wow.
Like, does it harm beauty standards? I think that beauty pageants, and I'm gonna be real, like when you're a pageant girl in a pageant, it can be really hard sometimes because you're with so many beautiful girls that you feel like you have to catch up. Sometimes girls are tempted to alter their body, alter their face, even though actually they don't need to at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with making paritoke. Like, if it gives you confidence, if it makes you happy, go do it, girl. Like, I support.
Absolutely.
But you shouldn't feel the need to do it if you don't need to. Like, if you really don't need to, and you know you don't need to, but you are pressured to do so, don't do it. Like, don't touch your face.
If you're doing it for yourself and also for your confidence, probably
it's fine.
yes, yeah. Oh.
But if you're doing it for someone else, don't do it. Because it really is a hard industry to be in because you're putting yourself in a different type of limelight. It's not like in the showbiz industry where in a sense you can kind of control it. With beauty pageants, you're being ridiculed not just only by the judges, but also by all the pageant fans, the pageant vloggers, even the international pageant vloggers. They post about you. And then yung mga comments nila, minsan when they review, they're like, ay, ang tsaka ng walk niya. Or, ay,
hindi punta yung tenga niya.
Oo,
mga ganun, sobrang minuscule
ako
things.
nga, they tell me like, ay, ang laki ng tenga niya.
No.
Mukha siyang monkey. Ganon, may mga ganon. Tapos after I won my crown, may mga comments saying like, bakit siya yung nanalo? Ang laki niya. Ang laki ng katawan niya. Wala siyang puwet. Wala siyang boobs, whatever. Like, so many comments na ganon. Even though I really worked hard and it shows through the merit and I know it was a fair pageant, like through score and everything, there are still people that are always going to comment that, and most of the comments are actually negative, at least before in the beginning.
Were there Filipinos in the comment section?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No, especially nationally. It's the Filipinos that really are like, parang mas maganda yung isang candidate. Sana siya yung ipapadala. Parang, But the thing is, I worked hard to get here and I proved everyone wrong.
Yeah,
I won internationally, diba? But pageants are really tricky in that sense. You really have to have a strong sense of self. You really have to know who you are and know what you want to be so that you don't get influenced by all of the negatives. But again, pageants are also a really great platform because I met so many of my close friends there. It really is a sisterhood for most of the time. Like, you really bond with the girls that you're with because they want to do the same thing. They advocate for the same things, and it's fun. Like, you get to borrow each other's makeup. Sometimes you borrow each other's clothes. And it's great to meet like-minded people there. At least the ones that I was with, or the positive ones at least. Because you can never escape the negatrons. You know
There's
what I mean?
always some.
There's always a few that are going to have a different mindset than you. But ako naman, it's always, don't attract the negative. Just stand your ground, be who you are, and don't let anyone change you. Ganun lang.
It's not that easy, guys, but you can truly work on that.
Yeah, it's not that easy, but kaya niyan.
Follow up to the follow-up question. Did you ever, how do I phrase this? Do you have any insecurities?
Ako naman, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be frank again. I feel like my puwet is too small.
Okay.
No, because when I was in Latin America, for example, they're so curvy. They really have shape. They're so sexy, and their butts are so big. Like, naturally, no enhancement. Their boobs are so big, and then their hair is so voluminous.
The sobrang Latina nga talaga.
Sobrang Latina talaga. And then there's this Asian girl coming in. Wala akong puwet, wala akong boobs, and then my hair is so flat. But the difference is I have the Asian features. I have a different perspective on life. I'm Filipino. We also have that feistiness. So I bring a different flavor to the pageant. And ayun na nga, I was insecure before. But after I won, I really was like, you know what? It's not about looks. It's really about who you are as a person and how you carry yourself and the confidence. When I won na nga, from the top 7, I was the shortest. And I was the winner.
Wow, and you're towering.
Yeah.
My goodness. Okay.
So even with like, I guess height in pageantry, it makes girls really insecure because you go into it right thinking I'm 5'7", right? So I think I'm really tall, and then I go there and I'm the shortest. I'm one of the shortest, especially in Latin America when they did the 2 lines. Okay, girls, line up from shortest to tallest. I'm in the short line. I'm tiny.
You're like one of the first few in the front.
Yeah, I'm
or
one of the first few in the front, and then I am older than some of them now. I'm like mid-range, right? But they're like, oh, baby girl, Filipinas, you're so cute.
You're so tiny.
Yeah, you're so tiny. I'm like, huh? Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand how I can be, like, here in the Philippines, I am not tiny. I am bigger than most girls. I am taller than most girls. And you know, I am not baby girl, I'm not small, but there I was like, you're so cute, and you're so, like, even the younger ones were like, you're so cute, you look so young. I'm like, girl, I'm older than you, I'm your ate.
Me ate.
I'm your ate, girl. Parang the 19-year-olds were like, you look like younger than me. I'm like, excuse me.
Well, that's a compliment then.
It's a compliment, but also at the same time, talaga ba?
Bakit puti?
But it's you know, I've grown to really love myself talaga. But, you know, growing up, of course, like, I didn't like my morena skin. I thought my ears were too big. Mga ganun. Wala akong puwet. I was too big. But then, you know, I really learned to love myself.
I'm so glad there are so much women, including yourself, in the industry now who are more body positive, who can really make everyone, all the young ladies, feel so much more secure in their different kinds of looks, diba?
Yes.
Because we're not Barbies. We're not
Barbies.
cutters.
Women look so different.
Yes,
like even the
mismo.
Latinas they all look so different.
Yeah. Slay to body confidence.
Yes,
Love that.
of course.
Another easy question. Kahit dapat yun yung struggle natin. Tingnan natin for this next one.
I'm trained.
Many people associate the name Dia Maté with being the Reina Hispano-Americana winner or J.K. Labajo's girlfriend, but not necessarily with Dia Maté, the singer. Some say you haven't quite broken into the mainstream yet, or that you lack the so-called star factor. How do you respond to those allegations? And is there anything you'd like to clarify or defend about your artistry? Okay lang.
No, but I mean, I can't escape the fact. Yes, I'm Reina. I won abroad. It's a big
Maliit na bagay,
thing.
guys. I just
Maliit
won
na
abroad
bagay.
lang
I mean,
naman.
I won abroad. I'm Reina Hispano-Americana 2025. And I love it. I love being a queen. I love that I'm an international queen. It's a great achievement for me and for the Philippines, right? And being JK's girlfriend, I love my boyfriend. Yeah.
Guys!
I'm his girlfriend. Duh. Like, I love my boyfriend.
Mag-guess kayong dalawa dito. Ano ba?
Sana. But, I mean, yeah, I'm never gonna, like, hate that people call me his girlfriend. Because it's true. And I love my boyfriend. We're in the same industry and we support each other.
Yeah.
And when it comes to music, yeah, people are gonna say that because the more popular thing about me now is that I'm Reina. And
Yes,
that's
yes,
true.
yeah.
Like, of course, like, I acknowledge that. I mean, it was all over the news, which is nice. You know what I mean? And, like, people really acknowledge my hard work and my effort for winning the crown. So it's okay. Like, I'm really known as Reina. And when it comes to my music, I feel like it is okay that people don't know, but I'm really trying to put myself out there more as a musician. I'm really happy because ganda-gandahan, after I won, it charted for the
Yes,
first time.
yeah.
After 5 years of being in the music industry, finally a song of mine charted. It peaked at number 12 ata on the charts, which is amazing. It went viral on Spotify, and a lot of people from the community are using it. A lot of women are using it, especially on TikTok. So I feel that people do support me, and I feel like those are just people that just don't know who I am, that say these things, and they see me because I'm Jakey's girlfriend, or they see me because I'm a queen. But these are not the supporters or the fans that really know me as an artist and really see my music. And I'm so supportive. I'm so grateful for the people that are supporting me and the people that really show that they're fans of me, because there are naman eh. There are people who really know me as a musician first, because I was a musician before I was Shaky's girlfriend. I was a musician before I was a beauty queen, and that was really my first love talaga. I have so many songs on Spotify na nga. If you check my discography, it wasn't just ganda-gandahan that, you know, started me in the industry, right? But ayan, I guess that's maybe why I'm really trying to really put myself out there more with gigs, with radio guestings, with making sure I make the best music out there, so people can really put me up there, at least the ones who don't know me as a musician, with, they can finally say that Dia is Reina and a singer and a pop star. Diba? I don't it's called, I do not think that I am not talented. I do think I am. I want to give myself that self-confidence.
And you are. You truly are naman talaga.
And like,
we
it
wouldn't
doesn't
have you here, by the way,
discredit.
if you weren't talented.
Thank
so
you.
There's that.
That's really nice. Thank you. But I don't want to discredit myself.
Of course.
Like, there are really gonna be people that say like, huh, musician ka pala. That's okay. Like, I want people ask me, oh, you're a musician? Yeah, I am. Because I'm very humble about it also. But
yeah, fine. You know her for being this, for being that. But here she is now.
as a musician.
The musician.
Yeah, and it's okay to wear different hats. I'm wearing my musician hat today.
And
diba?
then also another day you're wearing an actual crown.
Yeah, some
that for you.
guestings I have a crown, some guestings I am an artist.
Love that for
Yes.
you. Absolutely.
Thank you so
wala namang
much.
mas mahirap na questions, guys. Masyadong madali. idea.
I feel like I'm
No, you're madaldal.
I'm madaldal.
And you're smart also. That's
I'm
it.
trained.
Oh. No, you're generally smart, and you just
Thank
happen to be
you.
trained really well with how to answer. But you
Yes.
already have the answers.
Of course.
Oh, diba?
Kasi alam mo, like, as a beauty queen,
Hindi lang ganda-ganda, sorry.
hindi lang ganda, matalino din. Of course.
Sorry kayo.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry to the
Wala.
haters.
And also my trainers, diba? Like, just to share, like, as a beauty queen,
Uh-huh.
they really grill you. Like, they ask you the hardest questions,
Yeah, I was just
especially,
gonna ask that.
like, things about my family, things about my boyfriend. Like, they really ask the questions that are so hard-hitting, and I have to know how to answer it.
How do you find out how do they train you to answer properly?
So we follow a format.
Oh, there's something like
There's
that.
a format.
Okay.
So especially with hard questions, like for
Uh-oh.
example, they ask you a political question, like do you vote for this president or the other? You have to give your opening statement, defend that opening statement, then close it. So it's like a thesis, kinda.
Guys, pwede na tayo mag-pageantry, guys.
Exactly.
There we go. So there's the opening statement. Defend the opening statement.
Then close it.
Then close it. Just less is more.
Yeah, 3 sentences, you're done.
Perfect.
And
perfect.
Just always be neutral. Never, unless it's
Something you're truly passionate
something
about.
you're passionate about. But if you're not sure about the topic, be neutral. That's the
there you
safest
go.
way, and always be politically correct.
Yes, there you go. There you go. And speaking of being politically correct, you also really have to know the right PCs.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to know.
Whew, it's not easy being a beauty queen. That's why I didn't join any. That's why I'm good being a radio DJ. I can just be sanctioned here. What? Mali.
You can also say whatever you want.
Mali. I cannot just say anything about anything and whatever I want. And with that, because the questions were so easy for Dia, we wrap up our hangover session. My goodness!
wow!
Such
Bilis,
a queenly behavior talaga. Queen
Thank
answers.
you.
I love that about you. And many other things. I'm glad you're not completely perfect and you don't know soccer. Yay.
Can't. My feet are not coordinated. My feet aren't coordinated that way, girl.
But of course, we're really, really, really amazed by so many things about you, grabe. I'm blown away. Personally, very blown
Thank you
away.
so much.
Professionally blown away as well. So thank you for being here at Hangover and sharing your story, sharing your advocacies,
Of course.
and sharing your music with us as well. And with that, we will be listening to you perform your single. It's called again, Ganda Gandahan.
Yes.
But before that, please invite everyone to check you out on social media, or if you have other gigs and whatnot that you want to promote, by all means.
Yes, I think by the time this is out, my latest single, Ina, is coming out. Okay, I'll be here pala. So, everyone, so my latest single, Ina, should be out now. It's my collaboration with Regine Velasquez Alcacid. It's an amazing song. I am so happy she's on it, and please listen to it. It's to support the LGBTQ plus community, and especially the golden gays. It's out now on all digital streaming platforms, and also please follow my socials, Dia Maté, and please listen to my other singles, Ganda Gandahan and Ikaw Ang Pinili Ko.
By the way, I have a cup here for you. We've got something that I need you to do. One more thing.
Yes.
Before you perform. Papadulas ka
Oh,
na.
of course.
Diba?
Yes.
Ganun. So, we gotta ask you to make a toast to whomever, whatever, up to you. Make a toast and then we will make you sing. Dami na pinapagawa sa'yo, no?
Ay, make a toast. I think we should make a toast to everything good, to success, and to the universe, and God, if you believe in God, for giving us all of these blessings. Ayan.
So positive. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Love that. Ahem. Wow.
Perfect.
There you go. Once again,
Thank
Dia
you.
Maté, everyone. Such beauty, grace. Miss United States. Iba yun.
Ay, iba. Miss Philippines.
Miss Philippines. There we go. And of course, with all that talent, we will now get to listen to you perform your song, Ganda Gandahan. Once again, guys, Dia Maté for Hangover. I'll see you again next time. My name is Shai.